Hello viewers, SuperGT here. We've finally got to the end of the year and the decade. Okay, so I want to make a quick summary of the 2019 year and how it's gone for me, how it's gone for this channel. And to sum it up very quickly, if you want a quick TLDR version, well, it's been absolutely amazing. So I've been to loads of really good events, met really cool people, driven a race car around the Dunsfold Aerodrome, which was pretty awesome, and the views and subscriber growth have both been very good. In fact, both the best years of this channel. So in terms of the sub growth, we went from about 160,000 at the start of the year to now 307,000, so nearly doubled the size of the channel in 1 year. In terms of views, normally getting a couple of million per month. This month, December, was actually my best month of the year, so we ended on a high in that respect. And then in terms of the comments, loads of comments, loads of people commenting, loads of people, especially on the recent video I made about how I became a full-time YouTuber, lots of people being really positive about how this channel has sort of helped them, or they found it funny or educational in whatever way. But the positivity is really, really good. Really do like to see that. Of course, there's negative comments. That is going to be true of any YouTube video, but I do feel as though on the whole the sort of the community that we've built up here is actually very, very positive indeed, and I really am thankful for that. Background footage is nothing in particular, just sort of old random clips, but this video is very much just about just getting these things off my chest, just trying to go through and say what I think, rather than, there's not really any footage you need to see. I'm sure that most of you have sort of seen the things I'm going to be talking about. But I'll start off the year sort of at the beginning. So meeting some other YouTubers, and namely I met Jimmy Broadbent at the start of the year. We met at the McLaren Shadow Finals event in January. So it was really good to meet Jimmy for the first time. We're both in a similar boat. We come from a similar area. And, we have the same passion in life. We both love racing, we both love gaming, and we both do YouTube. So it's really good to meet another creator who's in a similar situation to me. And of course go to the great event. In terms of events, this year has been, honestly, it's been incredible. So of course we had the McLaren Shadow Finals in January, but then also the Gran Turismo World Tour. So we went to New York, Salzburg and Monaco, and meeting the Gran Turismo guys was awesome. Really, really good fun, and meeting more people there. For example, Matt Gallagher of WTF1. There's so many people I could name, and apologies that I probably won't name the majority of you. I'll be here forever. I think a highlight of those events would have to be, one, dabbing on the Monaco hairpin. So I've basically ruined the Monaco Grand Prix forever. But also racing against Lewis Hamilton. How mad is that? I will have a video on it very soon. Being able to sit next to, I actually sat next to him, but to briefly chat with him, shake hands with him, race against him, get punted off by him. How #blessed have I become just by being in his presence and getting punted off by the man himself. Absolutely epic. So yeah, Monaco, Salzburg, New York, absolutely brilliant events. Hopefully I can be on board for the World Tour in 2020. That would be absolutely awesome. Other events with McLaren. McLaren have been really good to me this year. So we drove the McLaren 720S in November. That was an incredible experience. Had about 2 hours in the car, and wow, what a car. Maybe one day I'll be able to get one for real. But I think the pinnacle of the driving, the real life driving, was the GT4 car. The McLaren 570S GT4 at Dunsfold Aerodrome, so the Top Gear test track. Driving that thing was just absolutely incredible. What an experience. Absolutely, again, #blessed. To be able to drive such a car in such an iconic location, it's just absolutely brilliant. And I never really thought that would be possible when I first started this channel, that I could be driving a real race car. Hopefully there's more of that to come. Hopefully I'll be able to get into more real race cars in the future. I've never really had a specific dream about which series I'd like to race in, but if I could race in a series in cars one day, that would be absolutely brilliant. Another event, going to Brands Hatch in May. I met David Perrell. He kindly invited me down there, and I got to sit in his car, in the Ferrari. I didn't get to race it. But just sitting in the car, getting in the garage, was a really good experience. And thank you to David. We've met a couple of times. So of course we raced together at Butmore Park with Nick Foster. So racing alongside some professional GT drivers in a kart race Really good fun. They were really good guys, and that was a really fun video to record. And it was a really fun race. They were really good guys, and hopefully we can do a similar thing again this year. And speaking of the karting, I think it was one of the best decisions I've made this year to start commentating my kart videos, because I used to always make my kart videos and put them on my second account, uncommentated. But I think commentating over the top of those and putting them on this channel was a really good idea, and I think it's really helped, as a lot of the videos have done very, very well. I mean, the first video I did has got about 300,000 views, or just under that, and that probably featured my favourite moment of the season, which was going past 19 karts in 90 seconds. One of the most unbelievable starts I've ever done, but I think that's got to be the pinpoint moment of the year, in terms of the karting at least, as that was absolutely mental to go past that many people that quickly. But also in terms of the karting, the Spa event, which was really, really good fun. A couple of days out in Belgium, and one of the videos has got 1.6 million views. It's my second most viewed video on this channel. So obviously there's a lot of support for the karting, and lots of people enjoying that. I think it's good because it adds another dimension to the channel. You know, I'm not just a gamer, I'm a real racer as well. So I can do it virtually and in reality. So I think that's good. And then also, of course, racing with Jimmy Broadbent. We mentioned him earlier. We raced alongside him for a couple of races, and that was really good fun. Really good experience to race with someone who's just starting. You can help someone sort of who's never really done much karting before get from nothing to improving, and hopefully we can race more in the future, and he'll improve even more in the future. One last karting thing was the Buckmore Park 24 hour. I wasn't there for the whole thing, but to be part of that was really, really good. And again, we met some more video creators and personalities in the sim racing world, and it was a really good event. So again, thank you for everyone who's been part of the karting, who supported it, who's raced against me, whatever it may be. Big thank you for all of that. At the start of the year, I think this was a really big step in this channel as well. Getting the sim rig. I upgraded to a sim rig in January. So before that, I was using a controller on everything, Gran Turismo Sport included. But buying that wheel, I think, really helped. I adapted quite quickly to it. I think within about a week or two, I was quicker than I was on the controller on Gran Turismo. And since then, I've sort of pressed on to really try and improve on Gran Turismo. But yeah, getting that rig, I think, was a really, really big step. I think it's really helped with just productivity as well, because I much more enjoy the game on the rig. So I much more want to make more videos when I'm on that rig. So that's a really good addition. And then of course halfway through the year we upgraded to the direct drive wheel, which has been absolutely outstanding, and I will have a review for that soon. So that was a really good addition. So the sim rig, really happy with that. Really positive addition to the setup, and therefore to the channel as well. And a brief foray into the iRacing world, doing the Spa 24 hour. I really went in at the deep end. I really did. Second split. So obviously not quite first split up against Verstappen and Norris, but second split is still pretty darn difficult. And I first started, my first stint was at night, so I really drew the short straw there, I think. But it was just a really good experience. As part of Team F4H, they really did look after me, and I really did enjoy that. I do want to get into more iRacing. I keep saying it, but I really just need to do it. But that was a really good experience. I really did enjoy that. The FIA intros, how good were those? You're going to have to let me know your favourite. I mean, there's so many to remember, and I can't remember which videos they're all in. There's been quite a few, obviously. There've been many of them. One that stands out in my mind would be the smooth operator one of Mikhail Hazal, but there really are too many to remember. My favourite video? This one, I was looking back at the videos, and I mean, the McLaren 570S GT4, I mean, that's got to be the favourite experience. But my favourite video just to look back at, it's probably got to be the Momos experience. I mean, just getting a penalty where you shouldn't have got a penalty, and then just going full R4M mode, taking revenge, and not getting penalised for it. I mean, you just couldn't have written it. It was absolutely brilliant. So I think Momo's experience has got to be one of my favourite videos of all time, actually, on this channel. Really, really funny video. I really did enjoy that one. And it's just one of those moments of magic, you know, punting someone off and getting no penalty. You just could not have written it any better. The best timing of the year, I'll just think about this. Do you remember back to the Nürburgring, not 200 laps, 50 laps? I did a pit stop. I went for a pee break during the pit stop and I just came back in time. It's got to be the best timing of the year, 100%. But the biggest test, as hard as that Nürburgring race was, I'd actually say the Spa 200 laps was a little bit harder. It was a little bit longer, and I found it actually a little bit tougher, especially with all the content claims on my stream. So the stream kept dying every 5 minutes. It was a bit annoying, but that was a good test. And thank you to all those that competed and wished to compete in those endurance races. I think those were really good. I was going to say fun, but they're a good test of endurance. Very, very good test of endurance. And well done to anyone that completed any of them, and especially those that won them. A game to forget. I think this has got to go to the Grand Tour. I mean, you've probably forgot that this game even existed, but I played it in January. And to be fair, it was only just a cheap game to go alongside the episodes of the Grand Tour. And it wasn't really meant to be like a full-blown simulator or anything, but it was still rather forgettable, it must be said. I would say Grid is up there as well. It just did not live up to the hype, unfortunately, because I really looked forward to that game, but it just wasn't quite as good as I think most of us would have wished for. Biggest donations. I've got to really give a big shout out to those that donated this year, because there's so many of you, and I can't possibly name all of you. Well, I could, but we'd be here all day. We'd be here until 2021 probably. Your generosity has not gone unnoticed, and I'm just going to read out the 2 biggest donations. So during the Driven to Cure charity stream, a chap called Bernie donated £500 in one go, and that is absolutely mega. And that wasn't to me, that was to charity. And just a few weeks ago, or actually a few days ago, a guy called Rob Brown donated £250. So very, very generous indeed. Absolutely incredible stuff. And speaking of that Driven to Cure stream, I think that's got to be one of the hearty, wholesome moments of the year. So it was a charity race for this charity called Driven to Cure, and we raised £2,500. £2,500 was sent in by you guys, and that's a really nice total, you know. And not only that, we managed to win the race. I was in Group 3. It was a multi-class race. It was Group 1 and Group 3. I won Group 3. Not only did we get a really good total, won the race as well, up against some really good opponents, so really happy with that, and just happy with the general ability in Gran Turismo. Of course, I'm not the quickest guy out there. There's lots of things I can work on, but I'm quite happy with how much I have improved, given that, you know, I can't put all the time in the world into it. So happy with the development. And a quick shout out to the first appearance in a video game. So I appeared in the Street Kart game, and that's my first ever appearance in a video game, which is pretty cool. And that's, you know, that's a step in the right direction. So good stuff there. So God, I'm out of breath, just talking a little bit too quickly there, but I really just wanted to get through this very quickly and just say, look, this year has been absolutely mega. It's been the best year on YouTube for me, and probably the best year of my life, actually. To go deep for a second, but it's been really good, and I just want to thank everyone for being part of it. Thank you for the support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for any donations or memberships or Patreon, whatever it may be, or any comments. But yeah, we've come to the end of the year. We've come to the end of the decade. Hopefully it's been a good one for you. But if it hasn't, well, let's make the next year and the next decade a good one. Let's start on the front foot from 2020 and hope that this channel can go even further. I mean, I don't really have any aims, but just the general aim is just keep growing, keep improving, and hopefully you guys can keep enjoying. But that is all from me. Take care, everyone. Have a nice end to the year, and I shall see you in 2020. Take care. Goodbye.